Welcome back to another session of Maximum Zen. Today we are going to be accessing the trunk lid by removing the liner, and there's quite a few things you can get to in there. A few people have been asking about removing the chrome, well, in my case, poorly painted matte black trim piece here. You can access that by getting to here, as well as the reverse lights, your license plate lights up in here, and you know, for those of you who want to install a spoiler, you'd want to get in there as well. Really all you got to do is get a flat head screwdriver or something similar. I believe it's a 10 mil, don't quote me at this point, for the chrome trim at least, just to pop off about, I think it's 12 clips here. But I mean, these, you can see I've removed most of them here. You just pop these. I'll show you with one of them right here. And then you can, well, let's get this last one off. All you gotta do, boop, they come right off. And I'm just gonna quickly, one went flying. We'll grab that later. Let's just start throwing these aside. I lied. Let's grab that now. I don't want to lose you. Alright, lastly, these rubber bumpers here. Just, okay, pull on this and they pop right off. Try to catch them. There it is. And then you can begin pulling the liner off all the various places. The worst thing is going to be the emergency handle here. Just get up inside here, yank that sucker off. Just don't even worry about it. And there's your liner, now falling into your trunk. So it's that simple. Toss it aside. Sorry if this video is very shaky. I'm just trying to go through it real quick. But now you can see the trunk lid is accessed. To get right to the point here, if you want to mess with your reverse lights, you can see our right behind it here, this little black plug. Turn it to the left a little bit and pull it out gently. You can see I've already replaced mine with LEDs. You will see a typical halogen bulb in here when you pull these out though. But these are diode dynamics. I don't know the model off the top of my hand. Just look up diode dynamics and go check these out. Second lights that you can access from here are in the gray plug on the back. These are going to be your license plate lights. I went with the lowest brightness, basic LED, again from Diode Dynamics. I didn't want to shout to the world, here's my plate. These are really simple to take out, as you can see. Alright, so I've already loosened them up with my socket wrench, so now I can, again, which was a 10 millimeter, I was correct. There's two black ones right here. And right here, as well as on the far sides, there's two silver 10 mils right here. And there it is. We can go ahead and remove these. That you are going to want to be aware as well, this little rubber plug right here, go ahead and yank that out. This is your camera. Don't mess with that, it can stay where it's at. But that little rubber plug was to the trunk switch. We're going to want to remove that because it's the only thing actually attached to the trim piece, and it makes it easier to wrap cleanly around that. So once you've pulled that out, you can go ahead and kind of just give a little tug on this, and there it is. Inside this are some clips that you can push on, which I'm going to do that off camera so I don't keep scratching my car. Alright, so I should mention this little dangling gray cable you see here is from the trunk lid switch, which is attached to this one right here. That rubber plunger I told you I pulled the wrong way. It needs to come out this way. At which point, Your chrome trim is now removed. Now this little thing has two clips on either side that when accessing from below you're going to want to push these. I use the assistance of my handy screwdriver here to push on the sides of them and pop it out the top. So now we can remove this. Alright, now that I've got this piece off, we can start messing around with this. Be aware there is a weather strip along the top of this. When I first pulled this off to paint this, I did pull that off. It came off kind of easily. I just super glued it back on, and I think it's good. It's fine now. No water's ever gotten in the trunk or in any of these electronics. But now I'm going to put this back on the car, just using the two center bolts, the black ones right here, so that we can have some tension, kept on it while we wrap it, and we'll then remove it again in order to tuck it around the edges and make it look real clean. This is a little extra process, but it's going to look good, I think. So I had decided to go ahead and remove the reverse camera here, because I will be applying a heat gun to the area using the vinyl wrap, and I don't really want to damage that. The problem is Nissan. This was the clip that you were supposed to press on the side here. I barely touched it and it just snapped off. Now I got to figure out how to keep that on there snug until I get them to replace that, because that's just bull. As you can see, the vinyl looks a lot better than that paint I had on there. Nice and glossy now. I do recommend taking off the trim piece because you can hide the ugly corners on the inside, keeping the outside looking sharp. Also, it's pretty sad, but I just jammed a rolled up piece of vinyl in there since that clip's broken. That way my camera stays in place for now. Alright, so I've already started part of the reinstall because it's a little difficult to do with the camera in hand. As you can see, you push the trunk lid button back through the little hole here, clipping it into place. Pull the gray plug through that hole that you took everything out of. And make sure that rubber grommet, just kind of lightly wiggle it around so that the bottom portion goes through and the top portion stays out there. Once you've done that, make sure you line these little screws up with that on both sides. And there was those white clips, so you're just gonna push it back on. Alright. Oh god, that looks so much better. Alright. Gonna finish it up with those bolts we took off. Alright, I had to use two hands on that. So again, once you get your 10 mils right here, here, and here all snugged up, again remembering to plug in your camera as well as your trunk lid button, you're good to go. Begin putting your liner back on. And there's the finished results. Blends in a hell of a lot nicer than my kind of glossy matte paint finish look did. So much happier with it. It is clean. Again, I can't say how much I recommend this. This is beautiful. Good luck, guys, if you attempt this. Have a good one.